Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
I'm quizzing cops on the Third Amendment. Do you know what the Third Amendment is?
I don't remember.
Would you provide me with your identification?
No. Well, sure, I'll exchange IDs with you. Would you like to give me your ID and I'll give you mine?
No, I'm not giving you my
In
ID.
exchange? Well, that'd make it a fair exchange.
What's this about here?
Because you're going armed and terrorizing people.
I'm terrorizing people?
Yeah, showing up armed in a parking lot.
Wedding. What do you want me to do?
I need your identification so I can write you. It's just a warning. It just goes in the system that you and I had this discussion.
For what reason?
I just told you. We have an ordinance where you cannot obstruct.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If this is your first time here, this is where we dive into the constitutional rights that every American citizen holds, especially when you're face-to-face with a badge and those flashing red and blue lights. In today's video, I want to kick things off with a situation that's both familiar and thought-provoking. A female officer is asked about the Third Amendment, and surprisingly, she can't give a clear answer, even though she's sworn an oath to uphold the Constitution. This moment doesn't just highlight a legal knowledge gap within parts of law enforcement. It's also a powerful reminder of why we, the people, must know our rights. Because if the police don't know your rights, that's even more reason why you should. Let's get started. Do you know what the Third Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is about?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
I'm quizzing cops on the Third Amendment. Do you know what the Third Amendment is?
I don't remember.
In this situation, it's clear the officer wasn't familiar with the Third Amendment, even though she swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. The Third Amendment protects your right to privacy. It means the government can't force you to house soldiers in your home without your permission. If law enforcement doesn't fully understand the law, how can they properly defend people's rights and freedoms? On top of that, sensitive issues like detaining minors without a grand jury review also need to be handled carefully and in strict compliance with legal standards. That said, I want to give credit to the officer here. Despite being hit with a series of tough, persistent questions, she stayed calm, didn't lose her temper, and treated the citizen with respect.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
I'm quizzing cops on the Third Amendment. Do you know what the Third Amendment is?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Can I have your name and badge number?
Sure. Nicole Flynn, 2122.
Because police
Okay.
officers are supposed to know all this stuff, and you guys question everybody.
And what is your job, sir?
My job is to educate people on the First Amendment
Okay.
and on the Constitution.
Perfect. Aspect, every law, everything.
If I'm gonna swear that
That's why we access.
But you
we have
swore.
law books
But you
and all
swore.
kinds of great things like that.
that you're right, but you swore.
Sure.
I didn't swear to protect the
Hey, I'm going
policies
for 30.
of.
You can follow me, but I got things to do.
All right,
man.
all right. So it's very important, ma'am. I understand that you may not remember all the information,
That's fantastic.
but the Constitution is the most important document
Sure.
in this country, and we believe that if police officers don't know at least the Bill of Rights for the position.
That's certainly yours. That's certainly something that you can decide if that's what you believe, but that's not.
Well, how would you feel if your doctor didn't know how to take your temperature, ma'am, or didn't know how to take your blood pressure, or anything like that?
You start to get down to specific medical issues or something that someone doesn't refer to every second of every day. That's probably something that's why they have lots of references and that sort of thing that they can look at.
I understand, but you, ma'am, need to remember that the Constitution is the most important thing, especially when you become police officer.
What's your specific question besides that?
How long have you been a police officer?
15 years.
All right, ma'am. We expect you to be a pro at this. What is this office here?
I'm here to pick up property from a child.
Sure.
For Regina.
Yes.
Are you guys, do you need something?
No, I'm okay. I'm just having a word with her about the Constitution. Do you guys get any training on the Constitution? We work at the courthouse. When you come to the courthouse, they talk about you have the right to this and the right to that.
Do you know what the IC code is for child molest?
What is that?
354221.
Okay. How many of those have you caught?
I've done about 450 of those cases prior to becoming a sergeant. So I'm extremely familiar with that and criminal codes for relating to children who have been abused or neglected or even murdered.
Awesome, because we have a lot of questions.
That was my purview. So that's
What do you think
I did
about
for 8
what do you
years.
think about child protective services people removing children from
I did
houses?
that for 6 years also, sir. So what questions do you have? I know all
Well,
about
let me
that. That's
ask.
my expertise.
All right, so here we go. I got one.
I
I got one for you right here.
Sure.
With a jury of your peers at court from the houses, they just get, hey, remove them.
That's because that's the way the law is written.
Let's remove your children out of your house without a jury of your peers.
That's not what's required.
Yeah, it goes up to a judge, and the judge makes the decision. You don't get a jury when they're removing your children.
Sure, understand that.
You guys, if you feel like the child needs to be removed right away, you remove them right away.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But who knows the
It doesn't
best
sound
for?
like we have a disagreement on that then.
No, I disagree because although I want the safety for children, I believe that people should get a proper trial. Police officers don't
They
even.
do get a trial.
No, nowadays, police officers don't even know simple amendments, and they walk around making people believe that they know everything. That makes me,
I
worried.
explained to you that I don't pretend to know everything, and not even a little bit.
No, but you swore that you were going to protect at least the Constitution, and you don't know the Third Amendment. Me a lot. And by the fact that you're a sergeant and you're one of the leaders, you're supposed to have this down packed. How you expect the guys that you're leading to know it if you don't know it.
I don't expect them to have everything memorized either.
You should.
How old are you?
You're expecting us. I don't answer questions. You're expecting us to know the law, right? What is it? What is it that you guys say?
Officer. We're actually hiring.
If
you would like a job with us,
we've
you can
already
come and join that side, and you can actually become part of us.
Well,
If you
we
wanna
love
make a
good
change
cops.
in your community, I encourage you to actually become part of the process.
This is a very big part of the process. I am actually doing more. I'm educating more people on the rights. You guys just get them to waive them.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I know.
This and doing that.
Okay.
If you'll sign this for me, please. Email you a copy of it once
I
it's
bet you she
filed,
doesn't know
and
it.
it'll
Ma'am,
be
real quick.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the Third Amendment is?
How are you doing?
Not off the top of your head, and that's fine if you don't know it. But when you're a police officer, we expect you to know the Constitution because you swear that you're going to protect it. My home. There's more words to that, but that's what it's about. You guys question and hold everybody accountable. We're doing the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
I'll see you later.
She doesn't know it either. So what do you
know
think?
Maybe you could start educating people.
I am. I have 100 million combined views on the internet, ma'am. We're very successful at what we do.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm successful at what I do.
Well, you just failed epically.
Still, I think this kind of audit approach isn't always effective. Sometimes it just ends up annoying the officers. What do you think about it? Share your thoughts in the comments. A polite but assertive refusal. The citizen reminded the officer that exchanging information is a two-way street.
Would you provide me with your identification?
No. Well, sure, I'll exchange IDs with you. Would you like to give me your ID and I'll give you mine?
No, I'm not giving you my
In
ID.
exchange? Well, that'd make it a fair exchange.
There was a case where a citizen was sitting quietly in his car in a library parking lot, with his windows covered, when police approached him because someone had called in a vague, suspicious activity. The man calmly explained he was just using the library's Wi-Fi and resting. When the officer asked for ID, he refused, citing his Fourth Amendment rights. Just because someone is asked for ID doesn't mean they're legally required to provide it. According to the law, police must have reasonable suspicion before initiating a stop or demanding identification. And covering your windows doesn't make you a suspect. The citizen had every right to be there without being unreasonably disturbed.
What's up?
How are you doing today, sir?
How are you doing? What's up?
I'm doing good. We got a suspicious person complaint called in on you.
Okay. Well, fine, I guess, yeah.
You doing good?
Suspicious? What's so suspicious about it?
That you covered up all your windows
Powell?
and you're sitting in the business called in.
All right, just creating a little shade.
I got you.
Powell,
Yes,
you had to interact with me about it too. Cars.
Problems with cars.
Yeah. I mean, do people call often for suspicious cars?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Yeah, just I got no problems. I mean, but it's suspicious. You're not doing a welfare check.
Are you okay? That's what I'm asking. Are you living here?
What? No. What? Do you live? How long have you been working here?
That's none of your business.
No. Well, I'm just trying to be friendly with you, and you're
Yes,
not.
sir. I just
I don't.
ask her-
Living in the parking lot. Was that part of the complaint?
No.
And then we got Carrington or calibration. Can I see your? Let me. Can I see your name here? What is that?
You can say right here.
L. Albritton, Albritton. All right, and Powell Appeal.
We got a complaint of you parking in the parking lot, coming in inside the library earlier this morning, acting suspiciously.
Suspiciously in the library too? That's a lot of complaining there.
Is everything okay with you?
I mean, I use the library. I plan on going back in. Internet there and electricity. I just take advantage of the. I know I was the only one in there. I mean, this library isn't used.
I'm gonna go inside and talk with the library. Okay.
Okay, sure. I don't even consider it a debate. I mean, cameras don't bite, right?
I got one right here.
Yeah, they don't bite. I don't feel like I'm getting bit, you know. So
that's fine.
I'm thinking. So what do they expect of me?
What your identification?
No. Well, sure. I'll exchange IDs with you. Would you like to give me your ID and I'll give you mine?
No, I'm not giving you mine.
In exchange? Well, that'd make it a fair exchange. ID. So, I see your Powell.
Yes, sir.
J. What's the J mean?
I'm Deputy Powell, Washington Parish Sheriff's Office. How are you doing? Last name. So what's your last name?
Well, I really don't have to give any information to you because that's now we're in a Fourth Amendment issue and we take this to court. I mean that's.
They want to trespass you from this location.
Yeah. What do they expect?
If they want to trespass you from this location, you're going to have to provide me with your identification.
No. You start out with phases. It goes through phases. No, you give the warning and then it's.
The warning. I have to have a name.
No, you don't have to. You just say go, you know. But what's the reason? What are the expectations? I'm trying to use the library within my constitutional boundaries. I mean, I feel like that seems like what's going on is I'm just as any regular library user uses a library. I mean,
most library users don't come out here and whatever you're doing in your car out here.
Yeah, all right. They don't cover. I see some heavily tinted windows around here. You guys don't have a problem around here.
That's not what we're debating right now.
Well, you said you mentioned covered windows or something. Isn't that similar?
If they don't come out here and cover the windows.
I can't even see your eyes. What do your eyes look like in front of me there, aren't you? I'm conducting myself within my constitutional rights, within my constitutional protections. Okay. And I ask that you don't overstep them because then you would be enforcing culture, all right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, what are their expectations of me? They're concerned, okay, and then what are we pushing further? You have to do.
They're definitely concerned doing it.
Yeah, and I intend to go back in. I want to use some more internet. I was resting.
Right. In this case, the man was simply resting and using public facilities, completely within his legal rights. Yet even after finding no signs of wrongdoing, the officer lingered, continuing to ask probing, unrelated questions far beyond the original concern. This kind of extended questioning can be considered an overreach and risks violating the citizen's Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. Law enforcement actions must be based on reasonable suspicion, not used as a pretext to prolong contact without cause, especially when the person isn't breaking any laws.
I mean, that's what
But you've been here since 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I was here early in the morning. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I mean, I've done that before at other libraries. I mean, I've been in other libraries.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know you're learning.
Place.
What?
I can't really see your place. You know, you can't see inside the vehicle.
No plates. I meant license plates.
Please.
Okay. Well, okay. So I mean, I know this isn't a highly used library. I've observed that. All right, so I'm going to be very noticeable, being the rare. They even have a security guard, and I'm practically the only one here. But I mean, yeah, there's other busier libraries around, and I mean, you know, when there's so many people at some libraries, yeah, you've probably been to some really busy libraries.
Not really. Don't often go to.
Oh, have you traveled outside the state?
I have.
Yeah, okay. Recommend. Too bad they didn't have like some program where you guys could exchange police enforcement with, like, say, Las Vegas. Get some experience in those big cities and get an idea of the perspective there.
So what perspective? How much do you know about law enforcement?
I know about my rights. I mean, but like, you know, it sounds like I mean, this city is only what, 50 or 60,000 people.
This isn't the city. Sorry, this county.
Well, the parish is a county. I'm talking city, though. I'm not talking.
They're sitting in the city limits. This is in the parish.
Oh, yeah, because you're a deputy. Yeah, this is outside of
Yes, sir. This is
Monroe.
outside. Yes.
I thought it was all right. Huh? So it's a county library. It's not.
We don't have counties
This,
here in Louisiana.
I mean, a
We have
parish.
cities.
Okay, yeah, it's not a city library.
I'm not sure who owns the library. I
That's-
don't know if the parish owns it or if
Yeah,
it's
it's
individually owned.
if it's not the city, I guess. Yeah, if it's not a part of a city, then yeah, it's there's different divisions that like control the library. So sometimes it's city, sometimes it's all volunteer.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I can probably do some.
But it's
research.
definitely I mean it's not exactly it's a public library still. Overall, it's a public library.
In return, you can still be trespassed
Yeah.
from a public library.
Yeah, and it'd be just some odd reason why I feel it seems like I'm conducting myself within my constitutional. I mean, just as well. I mean, you're kind of pushing the Fourth Amendment issue, so you're not quite. And generally you don't. Then asking for my ID, that's a Fourth Amendment debates right there. That that's something you would take as a legal argument into court.
Right.
If you wanted to arrest me over my ID, I have no problem debating that in court.
No, I haven't.
No. And your partner's still discussing issue they have.
Yes, sir.
But
We
it-
take all complaints
but-
and watch
yeah.
our very seriously, okay?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah, you
that's
have.
what we're doing right
You don't
now.
want to lose your job. I mean, if you took it lightly, I've been here, since 9 or so. I saw the accident. I don't know if you were aware of that accident that happened. Yeah, there was an accident. It's so strange. But I think the state troopers showed up, fire department and all that. But you're not aware of that. You guys don't use encrypted radio, do you?
Huh?
Do you use encrypted radio for your?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Do you know if it's digital or analog?
I don't
2 plus 2.
No, I don't know that either.
Okay, you're on that line of answering. Okay, fair enough. Play it, as open-minded as possible.
Right. Well, I mean, if we do use encrypted or not, that's none of your business.
The media
Well,
is.
if you
what?
feel you need to get that, you can go through the proper channels
Yeah.
to get that.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm not going to release it to you.
Just making conversation here. I mean,
I'm just making
do
conversation.
you know the brand? You know the make and model of your body cam?
Huh? I do.
It's not Is it an Axon? AXO?
I'm not going to tell you all that.
No, you're not, man.
Nope.
All right.
If you, my
Okay.
body camera, you can go to the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office Annex and the
Yeah.
proper chain of command.
Find out. Okay. Maybe ask your sheriff. Who's your sheriff?
Jay Russell.
Russell? Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Maybe he could help guide you. Or I guess maybe a supervisor. You're a deputy, isn't it?
Hang on a second.
All right.
In short, if there's no valid reason, an officer stopping and questioning someone in a public space may violate the Fourth Amendment. The law protects your privacy and doesn't allow police intrusion based on vague hunches or gut feelings. A North Carolina resident legally carried a firearm to exercise his Second Amendment rights, but police treated him as a threat.
What's this about here?
Because you're going armed and terrorizing people.
I'm terrorizing people?
Yeah, showing up armed in a parking lot.
This case is a clear example of what it means to understand and assert your rights under the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which allows citizens to openly carry firearms in many states, including North Carolina. The fact that police labeled the individual as a threat simply because he was holding a rifle while standing on public property raises serious legal concerns. By law, if the person is not trespassing or violating any local weapons regulations, then his presence with a firearm in a public area is not illegal. Furthermore, the citizen's request to clarify whether he was being detained is a fundamental right, key to protecting against unlawful detention.
Interesting. You got backup on the way? That's great. You got a body cam rolling?
No, sir.
There's no body cam on you at all.
No, sir.
Is there a dash cam on your car?
No, sir.
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, I got back in the car
Okay.
here in just a second.
Do they have body cams?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd much rather talk to them because my life ain't safe with you right now.
Okay.
It's not. Not unless you got body cam, because somehow, some way, footage gets deleted, and I don't want that.
Well, you got a camera up there.
I
That'll
do,
work
but
great.
sometimes these get deleted too.
Okay.
I don't want to step on their property unless you got written consent that I'm allowed right here from them.
You're allowed right here. You got me on video. You're allowed right here.
Honestly, I don't, because I don't want to hear their mouth. I know hearsay is inadmissible, but I don't want to hear it. So I'm out of the roadway.
Okay.
I'm fine. Can I have your name?
Lieutenant Handy.
Lieutenant Handy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. I got an employee number.
Can I have that number?
Yeah. 3062.
Thank you.
Y'all from here?
I didn't call, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just out here enjoying the sun, brother.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's a crowd of people here call. Y'all might want to go talk to them.
Okay. No, this officer's got a body cam.
Okay.
Watch back. The only reason I say that about the road is because I wear a yellow vest and wear traffic all the time. Man, that will run all over you.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, people just can't drive these days. Oh, there's a lot of y'all.
Small town, man.
It is. There's a lot of y'all. But I want everybody on the same side of me. So I'm going to come to the top side of you because I don't like being flanked. So I'm going to come to the top side of you, if you don't mind there. I appreciate that, partner. How you doing? Oh, I'm all right. It's a whole lot of y'all. I'm going to go take part in this conversation right here. How we doing, fellas? What we talking about today? Can I have everybody's name here?
Sure, Officer Parsons.
Okay. Thank you. Where's the other one? There he is. You insist on standing behind me. Nice to meet you. They called y'all.
Yes, sir.
They did.
You're going armed and terrorizing people.
I'm terrorizing people?
Yeah, showing up armed in a parking lot.
That's funny, right?
No.
Come on, it's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Come on, laugh.
It is what it is.
I know it, man. Well, they're standing right down there if I want to go talk to them.
That's private property. You can't go down.
Got jurisdiction there. I didn't call.
Oh, I understand.
So I just don't understand what all this is about.
So are you parked somewhere?
Are you trying to identify me by running my tag?
So carrying a rifle on the street or highway, right, is a crime. It's going armed to the dare of the picking.
Really?
It is. It's a misdemeanor crime.
Does that go against the Second Amendment that says I'm allowed to open carry in a public accessible area? Because I did the land guard survey. I know I'm on public property.
So public property is you're going armed to the dare of the people. Right? That is a misdemeanor crime.
Because this is a Second Amendment protected activity. I'm an open carry.
I'm the biggest Second Amendment supporter you ever meet.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's open carry, right?
It is.
Is this open?
But a rifle.
Is this open?
It is, but a rifle.
Is this open?
But a rifle.
Carry. I've checked every state law. I've checked statutes. I've checked city ordinances. Nothing against long carry of open rifles unless I have to be 18 and legally able to possess this firearm, which I'm both. Unless you suspect me of being one. Didn't y'all suspect me of being a felon? There's no crime being committed. I didn't call y'all. Am I being detained by any of y'all right now? If I'm being detained. Any detainment going on here? None.
Man, we're just talking.
And I get that, but I just don't appreciate this guy telling me that carrying, which is permitted by the Second Amendment here in this state, is a misdemeanor. That you can't supersede the Constitution.
So we're not here to argue with you.
I don't want to argue. Well, I told them when they showed up, I didn't call y'all. I was hoping I didn't see y'all personally. People right there did. And I get it. They called because of their lack of understanding. I was never on their property.
This is private property.
I was well within the easement. I got between 18 and 33 feet from the center line of the road. I was well within the easement. Is this road private?
Yes.
This road is public. I can show you the survey right now.
It belongs, most of this property that we're in the
That road going that way belongs to them. I've already checked the land guide survey. It was updated in 2021.
That's what you're arguing.
I don't want to argue with you. I'm just letting you know that you said this is private. I just want to correct you and say
Most of this property is private.
this is private. That's private. The only reason I'm standing here is because I have verbal consent from this officer that I can step here out of the roadway. This is public. I can show.
Somebody tried to give me up,
Would you like to see the land guide survey?
we'll look at it if we need to.
If you haven't broken any laws, you have the right to ask officers whether you're being detained and to challenge any attempt to infringe on your personal freedoms. Knowing your rights is essential to standing up for justice. You might be wondering, what's wrong with just sitting on a sidewalk? When police ask for ID and say it's just a warning, is it really that simple? Let's break it down.
Sweating. What do you want me to do?
I need your identification so I can write you. It's just a warning. It just goes in the system that you and I had this discussion.
For what reason?
I just told you, we have an ordinance where you cannot obstruct.
A citizen was filming police near Clearwater Beach when officers told him to back up, then threatened to issue a citation simply for sitting on the sidewalk. He insisted he had complied and was just resting on a wide stretch of sidewalk, not blocking anyone. When the officer asked for his name and birth date to issue an administrative warning, he responded cautiously, questioning the legality of the demand. In reality, individuals have the right to record in public spaces and can refuse to provide personal information unless officers have a clearly defined legal reason. Under Florida law, police can only request ID if they have reasonable suspicion of a legal violation. If there's no disorderly conduct or obstruction, forcing someone to give their name or threatening arrest may exceed lawful authority.
I don't care if you videotape, but you gotta be back.
All right.
More. See what that pillar is, please?
He's got a weapon? You got a gun, bro? Okay. Back up. He has a gun or something?
Back up for me.
I'm already back.
Back up a little bit. I'm gonna have you, it's gonna be obstruction of justice, right? We're conducting an investigation here, and you're interviewing.
I'm right here.
All right?
That's it. This guy out here again. What time it is? It's 5:06 at October 8th, 2020. Cop watch. We're out here. This is officer with his. He's on a golf cart this time. Cop watch 2020, nigga. Well, here on cop watch, baby. Yo, there go the backup over there. Look at this. They got the backup on scene. Look at this officer.
Hey guys, do me a favor, just don't sit on the sidewalk. It's called obstruction of the sidewalk. You can sit over here though if you like.
Nah, it's hot, ma'am. I don't like to sit over there. He told me to back up already, ma'am.
I understand that.
What is your name and badge number?
You can't obstruct the sidewalk.
What is your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Casperk, I'm not giving you my badge
Okay.
number. Just slide
What?
over here.
No, what's your badge number, ma'am? What
Can
you
you
mean?
read my shirt?
Okay, but I don't have your badge number.
Great. You're not under criminal investigation.
I am under criminal investigation. He told me to back up. I backed up at a safe distance.
It's not a criminal investigation.
But he wanted me to back up at a safe distance,
listen to
ma'am.
me.
He had a safe distance. He's gonna tell me to back
I'm
up.
telling you, you can sit right there. Sit right there. Just relax.
Oh, they got three. Now they got three cops over here.
Can write your warning for the ordinance violation for obstructing the sidewalk.
I wasn't obstructing the sidewalk.
Yeah, you were, and then you were arguing with me about it. I just need your.
He told me to stand over there, ma'am. I'm hot. I'm sweating. What do you want me to do?
I need your identification so I can write you. It's just a warning. It just goes in the system that you and I had this discussion.
For what reason?
You cannot obstruct the sidewalk.
Oh, okay. The sidewalk is huge, man. Look how big the sidewalk is. Hold on. Let me do a walk. Let me do a walk real quick. Hold on. Let me do the walk.
Hey,
whoa.
come over here.
I'm just doing
Now.
a walk to measure how much it is.
Now, what you want is you want to pick fights with the cops. But
Ma'am, I don't have my ID with me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
How about your name? Let's go with that. I gotta write this up.
I'm good as citizen. What do you need my name for
Your name is
again?
good.
Yeah, ordinance
Okay,
for what?
listen to me. You asked me my name. Did I give you my name? Sure did.
You haven't gave me your badge number though.
671.
And he hasn't
How about
gave me
this?
your badge number.
6712. He doesn't have to. You're not under a criminal investigation with him. You're under an enforcement.
Ma'am, you guys are on
listen to
duty,
me.
right?
Enforcement regulatory
Okay.
investigation with me, which requires you by state law to give me your name and date of birth or your identification.
I don't
If
have
you
my
Your
identification.
card with you, that's fine. Would be sufficient. Your first name, sir?
To write me a warning for sitting on the sidewalk?
Correct. It's called an ordinance warning. Unless you'd like to.
What
take
if I
it-
was about to
listen
pass
me.
out?
Listen to me.
What was I about to pass out, ma'am?
Listen, you want
You didn't
argue.
even ask me a question. You didn't.
Do you want me to answer you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Stop
ahead.
it,
Talk.
stop it.
I'm listening.
Stop
Go ahead.
interrupting.
Talk. Go ahead. Talk.
I just advised you, it's an ordinance to be able to obstruct a sidewalk with you choosing to sit in it with your speaker device, okay? Or give you the warning. Either way, I have to document you and I had this conversation. I'm choosing to give you the warning. But
Thank you, ma'am.
I need your name and I need to verify who you are so that I can complete.
Just write it as good citizen, ma'am. I am a good citizen. What are you talking
Failing
about?
to identify, is that your friend back there? You're failing to identify
I don't have any
yourself.
friends on this beach, man. What do you mean? Well, all
Yeah,
these
you do.
these are all
Come
my
here, guys,
family.
Come here.
These are all my
He
family,
needs your
man.
help. Boss,
Yo, where's the watch commander at? Just get the watch commander.
there isn't one. I'm it.
There's no watch commander? Oh my
I'm
God.
a sergeant.
No, there's the watch commander though. The lieutenant. Where's the lieutenant at?
There isn't a lieutenant.
I know you have a
out here right
lieutenant.
now. Yeah, okay, you're dealing with me.
I get it.
Okay.
And I respect that, ma'am.
Okay, so if you respected it enough, I respected you enough, and I gave you the information.
But I was hot and I was about to pass out, ma'am. I'm sweating.
The situation escalated when police continued pressing for the man's name and date of birth, claiming it was part of an investigation for obstruction. They stated he was being temporarily detained under Florida Statute Section 901.151. When the man refused to cooperate, the officers warned that failure to provide ID could lead to arrest for obstruction under Section 843.02. However, according to the law, the right to withhold personal information still stands if officers lack reasonable suspicion of an actual offense. Any arrest must be backed by solid legal grounds, and officers are required to clearly state the basis for detention and inform the individual of their rights. Misuse of authority is not permitted.
You're looking for.
And when I came over here, this is actually my neighbor. He's staying at the Hyatt Row Hotel. We're both staying at the Hyatt.
You know him?
He's staying in the room next to me at the Hyatt Regency. That's the reason why I'm like, why is this cop coming up to me? Yes, I've seen him in the hotel.
You're not free to leave.
Ma'am. Oh, I'm detained?
Yeah.
For what probable cause, ma'am?
I told you.
For what cause?
Violation.
Oh, okay.
I need your name. I need your birthday. So
We're staying at the Hyatt Regency. Why is he being detained right now?
Why are you walking circles around me right now? I'm conducting an investigation. You want to go about your business. The fastest way we do that, you give me who you are.
I'm just very nervous right now, ma'am. You see me in the sit down, relax position. You're an officer that has a taser and a gun, and you're about to arrest my neighbor.
Okay. I'm here dealing with you.
But why is he harassing him though?
That's not.
I'm trying to get my neighbor that's staying at room. Do you want to know what room he's staying in?
That is none of your concern right now. Your concern should be.
What are you talking about?
Your concern should be dealing with me, and let's be done with our issue.
It's my concern.
Great.
Because we came up to the beach at the same time.
And you know what? He'll probably leave it here a whole lot faster than you're going to because of this debate that you want to keep having.
I'm not
going
debating.
Back and forth. Your first name and your last name, sir.
Oh, okay. He good. You don't want me to call somebody. What do you mean?
Need your first and last name, please.
For what position? I don't have my ID on me, man. What am I supposed to say? I came out to the beach. You want to walk back to the Hyatt Regency with me? Let's go to my room and I'll go get my ID.
And your pet. Wait, I don't even.
I know.
where you are.
I drove here, ma'am.
Super.
I'm sorry. My friend drove here, so I didn't know.
So you're not staying at the Hyatt Regency?
I am staying at the Hyatt Regency.
Great. Your first and last name and your birthday, please.
Ma'am,
This is super
I don't
simple.
understand.
This is super simple.
So you can look me up in your database to check if I have warrants?
No.
This is racial profiling. You know that,
So I can write
right?
you the ordinance violation. It has nothing to do with
You're going to
race.
write me
You're
an
the one that
ordinance for
chose-
sitting down on the ground?
Obstruction. Do you know what that is? You're willfully choosing not to disclose who you are underneath an investigation and conducted by a law enforcement officer. I am that. I explained that to you already. I'm Sergeant Casper with the Clearwater Police. I advised you why you're not free to leave.
Okay.
I also advise you if you cooperate, I can just write you this warning. You go about your way. Now you know the rules. I go about my way and why he called me here.
Protesting. I'm sitting here. Look how big this sidewalk is. Come on, man.
You're putting those words on your camera. I didn't. You did that.
Look.
First and last and your date of birth.
I don't have, ma'am.
I didn't
I'm a good citizen. I'm asking you for a watch commander right now.
You're not going to get it right now. I'm going to be cooperative.
I'll give you my information as soon as I get the watch commander. Once I get the watch commander gets here, then we'll talk.
Here's the problem.
We can have a whole conversation once the watch commander gets here.
Hi, did you want to come help your friend?
I told you I don't know. I told you I don't have the. This is my neighbor right here.
Here's the thing.
He knows my information more than anybody.
We're going to back this up 2 more times.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Okay. Apparently, this officer talked to you yesterday in the presence of your friend yesterday. So I know that the two of you are together.
Oh, snap.
Here's the second part. Again, I'm going to give you one more warning. You are to give me your information because I'm conducting an investigation as a law enforcement
for what?
officer. You failing to do that is called obstruction. You can go to jail for that.
Ma'am, I'm trying to figure out what.
It's either yes or no. Do you understand?
You're obstructing me for justice for what? For what? What have I committed? What ordinance have I? That's an ordinance. That's a city ordinance.
Correct.
Okay.
And I still have to complete.
What law have I broken where you have to run my name? I already know you're gonna run my name for warrants, ma'am. Ma'am, you're just doing. This is the warrant.
Okay, stand up. Stand up.
You're arresting me now? Because I won't give my name?
Yeah. It's called obstruction. Here, I don't want
No. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Put your
Don't
hands
touch
behind
it.
your back.
Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Why are you breaking my? Why are you doing that?
Nothing. I'm getting it out of the way so it doesn't get broken.
Fine, ma'am.
Hold on. Can I ask you a quick question? Do you know him? Okay, great.
Relax, man. Ma'am, why are you doing this, ma'am? Why are you doing this? Why are you grabbing my camera, ma'am? I'll ask for lieutenant. Don't be trying to grab my officer's hand. Okay, pal? Fine. Let me get my shirt.
If you're ever arrested, you have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions until a lawyer is present. You also have the right to know why you're being arrested and to speak with an attorney immediately. Stay calm, don't resist, assert your right to a lawyer, and wait until they arrive. Knowing these rights helps you protect yourself during any police encounter. So we've just gone through 4 situations that clearly show knowing the law is the best way to protect yourself. Whether it's your right against unreasonable searches, your right to legally carry a weapon, or your right to remain silent, all of these need to be understood and used at the right time. Police aren't always right, so it's even more important for citizens to know the law to stay in control. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more practical legal insights like these. See you next time.